Let's see if this is gonna run. Now, I am not keeping my hopes up. I'm absolutely not. So let's see. Let's see if we're running it. Are we running? Are we running? Yes, it seems that we are. It's working. Yes. Oh my god. Oh my god. And that was my keyboard. My keyboard just gave out. There we go. Come on. Oh, disconnect, connect. There we go. Hey, come on. Work, you infernal beast. I just I just want everything to run, and right now Streamlabs made that extremely difficult for me. So I had to is it running? It seems to be running, yes. So right now I am extremely focused on making this work. But it seems that it is working. Unfortunately, can I rename the stream from here? It seems so. Seems so. Give me a moment. Things Blitz. Free to play Woes. And update. There we go. Let's see how long the delay is. I'm gonna just try to click into the upgrades, and then we're gonna start off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 seconds. That's impressive. We have managed to absolutely crank it down to 7 seconds. This is amazing. I'm gonna be honest. But to any of you watching, welcome to the stream. And this might have been already hinted at a few times at my Discord server. But one of the things that I was toying around with, and let me just move my microphone closer. There we go. There we go. This should be better. I have been hinting at a few times in my Discord server that I'd be starting a free-to-play stream account. And I have kept up to that promise. But unfortunately Streamlabs decided to give up on me the second I almost had it ready. So right now I am absolutely happy that it even runs. And as a result, donations and the alert box are currently off. You can still donate. I'm pretty sure that works. You can donate to the PayPal email or link that I have in the channel description or any other video description. However, I'm not sure if I would pick it up. Excuse me. So I have just taken this up as like a project, because I have seen many people complain that it's hard to grind credits, that it's hard to do anything. Ah, yes, of course, the man. Indeed, that's kind of how I felt. But yeah, I have seen people complain about not getting or not being able to just grind credits very effectively with a new account right off the bat. And after a few days of experience, I must admit they are absolutely right. Now, with these free-to-play rules, I have set them up like this. 1, no in-app purchases. We are not going to be buying anything with like real money. We have to use our hard-earned gold to do that. That brings me to another part. We can't buy gold from donations or anything like that, or not even from my own money. We can get only gold using the events, containers, and watching ads every day on my phone, which would give me a 50 gold every day. Now that, over a scope of a few months, that is actually enough to get you a pretty decent tank. Right now, if we look in the yeah, sure. If we look in the stores, we can see the Excelsior for 1500 gold, which isn't bad at all, I must admit. That's actually quite impressive. Even though it's a tier 5 tank, for a account like this, it would be unbelievably helpful. I don't think how many people do not like think about that. But I can absolutely tell you that grinding credits with any tank so far has been absolute hell. I had to actually turn on premium account yesterday, which meant that I lost my only premium certificate. So yeah, fuck YouTube, no Uwu. I would have to make a channel membership for that, and right now I don't think that that's an actually good option. Let's be real. Ooh, we're having a few stutters, but there we go. Now, back to the point. I had to turn on premium just to earn a decent amount of credits in a short amount of time to get myself the T1 heavy. And as you might have noticed, I have run out of time because I was trying to get at least the turret on it. I've gotten close to that, but not close enough. When's the next win? You see, I was planning to have the Thunder video released in early July. However, when I was looking through the footage one time, because I already wanted to have a head start, so I started cobbling it together in Sony Vegas, I realized that the audio in it is corrupted, and some of the FPS, some of the frames in the recordings were just missing, which I don't understand how even happened, so I had to delete that. I am gonna try to get the Thunder footage as quick as I can, but I can't really promise anything. I really wish I could have had it done by the end of this month, right after finals, so that people wouldn't be starved for content, if I'm gonna be honest, but yeah, that's clearly not happening now, is it? So, without further ado, let's start up a classic match. Let's play the Wolverine, for example. We'll see how OBS handles live streaming. Actually, I know that it runs so much better. You can already see that by the latency. Maybe not you, like within the chat it's kind of hard to notice because the chat is usually pretty empty and devoid of any attention. But with Streamlabs OBS, the delay is usually around 20 seconds, which is terrible. It's convenient for some tournaments, but when's the next learning how to dodge missiles stream? Jesus Christ. I'm not sure. Any time is possible. Well, as far as graduation is concerned, I still need to graduate first. Because I want to, well, pass with flying colors, duh. But really, passing right now, graduating is very important for me, as it'll just open up some decent job opportunities for me, and most importantly, it will give me access to college. And that job, I'm not sure if I have been talking about that on streams, but the job would basically get me enough money to almost completely overhaul my entire recording and streaming suite. Well, that's a weird bounce, but okay. What do I mean by that? Well, first of all, I would get a new laptop. Well, new. It wouldn't be exactly new, but it wouldn't be anything extremely old either. I am hoping for a 120 Hz screen and at least a GTX 1070, so that, you know, we can finally experience not garbage video quality thanks to NVENC, which is NVIDIA's proprietary streaming encoder. OBS allows you like QSV, which is what I use, which is standard hardware encoding, and unfortunately, while that may be good, it isn't good enough, especially with a laptop that is as potato quality as this. It's it's really mind-boggling. Right now, I'm happy that we're running at all. You dodged like 10 rockets there, it's not that difficult. it's not that difficult, but it's again it depends on the person that's firing them. If they're good with aiming missiles, then well, you're kind of screwed, aren't you? Ooh. Now the Wolverine isn't exactly like, you know, it isn't a stellar tier 5 tank, but it is a turreted TD. For a free-to-play account, a turreted TD might be a decent start, but I would highly recommend if you're starting off, or if you're just gonna decide to make a fill-free reroll, I would highly recommend that you get a decent tier 5 heavy tank from the start. So the T1 heavy, of course. I actually picked it out by a complete coincidence and then realized, oh hey, the M7 leads up to that, so why not get it? So I did. And I'm kind of happy because the T1 heavy is pretty decent. Yeah, you're way too good, Libo. You're just too good. Oh boy. So with the Wolverine, there's nothing like that you really have to fear. You have a good gun, you're decently mobile, your armor is garbage, granted. You have like no armor at all. you shouldn't rely on that whatsoever. But then again, most tier 5 American tanks just have terrible armor, except the T1 Heavy. The T1 Heavy, I think, was probably a round of spin the bottle at Wargaming's balance department, because nobody in their right mind could actually balance a tank like that. I am downright impressed that we've got a tank as broken as the T1 Heavy. A Leopard, a tier 5 Leopard, struggles to pen one effectively from the side, which is, well, kind of disturbing, considering that this is basically the introductory tier. You have new players in this tier, you just have to... Oh yeah, you love to see me streaming. That's nice of you. That's really nice of you. Oh boy. So back to the T1 Heavy. As you can see, the stock turret as well. It has an interesting shape. I have bothered myself to get the top engines because the first match that I've played in it, I realized that it has absolutely terrible top speed, even with that stock engine, which is like 680, 700 horsepower. That's quite a lot. But then again, the tank weighs like 60 tons almost. So it kind of needs a beefy engine to power it. The top engine is around 900 horsepower and it still has like issues, but you are gonna get past 30 kph with this, thankfully. Unfortunately, what I also didn't research yet were tracks. So when I turn a little bit, you can already see the speed dropping. It isn't, well, it's a horrible speed loss. And oh there, HE? Was that HE? I think. Oh, that couldn't have been it. An ELC doesn't roll for 175, right? Unless he has the stock gun. Excuse me, sir. Oh, jeez. Yeah, the T1 Heavy, I think it will become pretty apparent that it's just bonkers. It's just broken. It should not be like this. I really thought I could HE the rear of the Wolverine. Turns out I was wrong. The more you learn. I have received a new kind of appreciation for people that can't invest any money into the game. Because honestly, grinding credits like this, just oh dear me, it's so boring, and you earn so little. You have to pray to get lucky and to get a tank from a container. It's absolutely mind-numbing, and it's so impressive that Blitz has such a weird model like that. Granted, in the upcoming event, you will hopefully have the chance to get a decent tank or you know, something that can earn a little bit more money, and that should make life so much easier. But I am not sure if that reward tank we'll be getting for Blitz's 6th birthday is gonna earn any money. I'm really worried that it'll be just a collector tank. That could just happen. That's very possible. So we might not know. I've also heard rumors that like you will get more crates the longer you've been in the game. I'm not sure if those rumors are true though. That would be pretty interesting for for accounts that have been in the game for a very long time, like mine. I've been in the game for like 5 years at this point. But I am really not sure if that is true. I mean, every free-to-play guy is gonna be happy to even get a tank in the first place. Everybody is gonna be happy to get a tank for free, I suppose. Don't look give the horse in the mouth, I suppose. Actually, is the audio fine? I had to like really quickly rush it so that I would have the mic working. I am not sure if I have a good blend of in-game audio and microphone audio right now. I am really not sure. I'm gonna quickly mark this, sure. And what's the mission? Okay, sure. 323 XP and some credits. These daily containers are really gonna carry you throughout most of the start of the game, because you know, 16k credits sometimes is really appreciated. So we're gonna get a turret, which is immediately miles better because it has more armor and it doesn't have a stupid hatch. And there we go, now it looks, well, interesting. The gun is still slightly off-center, which I really don't like. It really messes with me. It's super weird. But that's kind of all that that's all I'm gonna say about it. So 4 APCR shells because very economical right now. And we should get the defense system plus, actually. I'm gonna keep some of those credits in the bank for now, because I am really not certain about just how much I can earn right now. I still haven't, well, that's the second time today. I still haven't exactly pinpointed how long it would take from here to earn enough credits for a tier 6 tank. I am assuming it will take quite a while though. Some accounts get oh, that's my dog. Some accounts get really lucky when they get a premium tank dropped from a container. If this account got a tier 5, let's say we got a Churchill free out of a crate. That would be an absolute godsend, because one, the Churchill free isn't a terrible premium tank, and it also earns a acceptable amount of credits. Ah yes, Murat. I had to. Sorry for going off track here right now, but I had to take a look to see what even the hell was Murat. I still don't understand it. It's just some random guy that is speaking something incoherently in Spanish or something. But back to the point. Where were we? I actually do not really remember. Yeah, it was with credit earning and the Churchill free. 6 people watching. That's actually impressive for today. It is Tuesday evening. Well, that's an interesting shot. But Turkish man that looks like a woman. Sounds like an apt description, I would say. But back to the point. If you don't have a whole lot of money to throw at the game, and if you get super lucky and get a tank from a container, then you will have to rely on that tank to earn you most of the credits throughout your entire career, which is a well, which is a rather depressing prospect if you think about it, if you're gonna be earning enough credits for a tier 10 tank with a tier 5 or a tier 6. But, yeah. Well, I can't pen a Crusader, that's kind of impressive, actually. Owie. No. Cease. Cease. Away with you. The T1 Heavy can just bounce so much stuff, it's unreal. And imagine you can actually run enhanced armor with this. Like, look at it, 840 damage blocked, we're in tier 5. That SU-85 has no chance of going through me unless he aims at that small lower plate. It's really hard to go through one of these things. Like, a Crusader, just get out. A Crusader won't really stand a chance against you frontally. He has to absolutely flank you. Oh. Stream is lagging. Yeah, I can see that a little bit now. Yeah, it's okay now. That's still better than what we've been getting with Streamlabs OBS, actually. I'm kind of impressed. I expected this to run a little bit worse, but it actually runs better. No. Oh. Cease. There we go. Damage. That's a lot of damage. Technically it is, but you know. And that's an enemy T1 Heavy. That's immediately a problem, as you know, fighting another T1 Heavy with a Starga gun is gonna be surprisingly painful. Even if you load APCR, the chances of going through are just super slim. I think something bumped into me. I think that was the M7. Oh, 1650 damage, you know, not bad. But then again, let's talk about another part of free-to-play Woes. And let me just have a quick sip. I am sure plenty of you are aware about what so-called bot matchmaking is. I believe a lot of you are familiar with that term. But if you aren't, let me just try to explain it quickly. So let's say that you have a new account, and like this one, I mean, geez, within like the first 4,000 or 5,000 battles, you are still going to see some bots or just completely new accounts. That's Wargaming trying to acclimate you with this. Yeah, free to play equals bad RNG. Well, I suppose so. Yeah, that can probably happen. Yeah. Okay, let's get the gun. Oh, thank God. But back to that. It's Wargaming just trying to acclimate you. It's nice of them, but that also means that you're gonna meet the same people that basically have stats like this account. And if they're just re-rolling outright, you won't stand a chance. People like this are gonna be throughout the game for the rest of its life cycle, so yeah. And let's just say that we cannot really boast with stats or anything on this until we, 1, get a tier 10 vehicle, which is gonna take a really, really long time if we're gonna stick with this project. And 2, if we get past the amount of battles that then kind of remove the new matchmaking thingy. So right now, I could brag about having 86% win rate and like 1100 average damage and a tier 5 tank. But the fact that we're fighting what is basically equivalent to a Windows 95 computer is gonna make bragging about this a little bit pointless, let's say. I think that it lagged out a little bit. Just buy me a Mark 6. Yeah, right. No, that's a part of the rules. No buying stuff for real money. I would have to get the gold from watching ads, and considering the Chieftain Mark 6 will probably cost 15 to 20k gold, I am not expecting that to happen anytime soon. That would be actually a year of non-stop adds 4 gold. That's a pretty terrifying proposition if you think about it. But sadly, both noises. Jeez. But back to my point. And what was I trying to say? Ah, yeah. If we're gonna get to tier 10 with this account, I believe we're gonna be happy if it stays above 60%. Because my actual account 30-day stats are 67% and 2900 W and 8. That could basically be a benchmark for us. So let's say if the account sticks above 65% or so, and it sticks above 2800 W and 8, then it's gonna be a very, very successful account. So, what are we missing on the T1 Heavy? Just tracks. The M6 is super cheap, wow. So, let's see how the T1 Heavy behaves with a better gun. It's better in basically every way. Well, except gun depression and elevation, because those aren't changing with this tank. Which is, you know, absolutely fine. 10 degrees of depression and 30 of elevation are absolutely impressive. And mines. I don't think that anybody in the enemy team stands a chance against the T1 Heavy using its full 10 degrees. It's gonna be super hard to pen unless you know where to pen it in the first place. If we hide the lower plate, your only chance of going through will probably be the tracks at the front here. Those sometimes just take full damage because they, you know, aren't exactly strong enough. And the enemy T1 Heavy is in an interesting place. That's an interesting position for a tank like that. Well, that was a completely pointless shot. I don't know why I did that, but this Chinu is dead. Hardly a minute in. So is this Panzer, actually. Yeah, I think you can already see the bounces rolling in. And that was just bad aim on my behalf. And this KV1 is, well, don't do that. It's nice of you that you're trying to help, but right now you're actually being more of a hindrance. We're having a little bit of packet loss, but I don't think that's anything serious. I'm actually having better ping compared to when I was using Streamlabs, which is that's just amazing. And oh Jesus, the gun being off center is really annoying me, by the way. There we go. Finally a proper punch. Oh dear. Oh dear. Let's attack this T1 Heavy before he gets a chance to absolutely clean house. Got a bit of weird mouse input, but I think we can handle that just fine. Well, let's keep going. Let's keep going. We must preserve our health. Excellent. Oh, that makes this match so much easier, because now all that we have to deal with is basically a Matilda Black Prince, and well, a Matilda BP doesn't exactly have a whole lot of good points against a tank like the T1 Heavy. Granted, I think the BP has like 14 degrees of gun depression, which is ludicrous, but he only has 80 alpha with this type of ammo. Well, that was just stupid. But we have 160. We can still absolutely win it against him. As long as we keep pushing, that is. And I think we may have screwed ourselves over here. Yep, we did. We did. Oh Jesus. Oh Jesus. Yeah, we absolutely did. That's a KV1. I don't think we have enough, you know, hit points to go against the KV1. So yeah, I guess that's it for this match. Well, okay, sure, that was a weird shot. Sure. I'm surprised that I have managed to survive for this long, but yeah, that's it. So almost 2000 damage, almost. So the gun is pretty good. I have to admit that. And we've got a second class. Okay, sure. Well, this guy isn't exactly great. I mean, none of them really are. But then again, that's new players for you. So, we loaded in? Yep, we have loaded in. No, I did not want to open the inventory. I wanted to open missions. So what do we have left? Win 3 battles while playing in a platoon. Yeah, no. I am in a clan that I have made myself, but I don't think that my other account that I used to get the credits for this is gonna, you know, platoon with me. That probably isn't happening. So let's try another match. Navin, huh? That looks like a fake Navin. I'm not sure. I don't remember. I haven't seen the Navin in a really, really long time. So, a Churchill 1, a KV1. None of them are a T1 heavy. That's kind of how I am gonna describe tier 5 matchmaking. If your heavy isn't a T1 heavy, it's just gonna be harder for you. The KV1 has gotten such a short end of the stick. I played it recently and it's absolutely terrible. It has a long reload with the 85mm. Its armor doesn't really hold anymore. And it has terrible mobility. In comparison, the War Thunder KV1 has a decent gun, great armor, and surprisingly good mobility. So, you know, that's kind of embarrassing now, isn't it? Let's see if... seems someone is in the bush. But who could it be? Who could it be? I am assuming the Hetza and, you know, the leopard, because leopards probably do that. Oh dear. Greetings, sir. I would kindly ask you to delete this. Is he gonna push? I was kind of worried he would do that, though. Huh, that's a Churchill one. That's... all of the tanks are on in. Okay, well, let's keep going, let's keep going. Okay. That's one tank down. And we've lost a tank as well. Oh wow, Churchill 1 now has some turret armor. I don't remember it having a lot. I remember penning it with like the Crusader gun, which is kind of sad. That hit completely nowhere. Excuse me, sir. I would like to... Oh god, oh yeah. Oh yeah, now I'm feeling the gun, now I'm feeling it. There we go. I wish this leopard really tried to shoot at my side. Oh, come on. He's screwed already. He's screwed. I mean, just look. And all that's left is the... Yes. All that is left is the KV1 and the Hetza. And well, it seems they're already getting very close to the KV1, so nothing much I can do about that. Where's the Hetza though? I think I saw him camping somewhere around. Okay. Yeah, sure. Bam. Another Top Gun. Huh. This thing's pretty good for farming Top Guns, jeez. And we're gonna be capping the Hetzer out, it seems. Oh yeah, because the Hetzer is, well, AFK. I can't hit him from here at all. I did not even hit anywhere near him. That's kind of sad. Let me have a sip. Okay. Okay, bam. There we go. There we go. What's also hilarious is how I'm getting offers for the Action 10, the Chieftain T95 and stuff. Get the tier 6 VK Tiger prototype. Oh, you mean the VK3601H? Yeah, that one is also absolutely ridiculous. But I don't have any Shermans researched now that I think about it. I can get the Sherman. I can get the Sherman, but other than that, I actually have none of the Tech 3s like touched in any way, except the Soviet Union. And now we have the choice between an A20 and an SU-85B, and to be honest, I think we could use something a little bit quick. So let's get the A20 and try to fool around with it. Yeah, sure, this is not a terrible loadout. And let's just use condensed milk. As for upgrades, okay, 4,000, 7,000, 14,000. These tracks are ridiculously expensive. Wow, it almost cost as much as the KV. That's kind of steep, but hey, I'll do what I can. And let's use some of these free XP boosters while we're at it. So, let's see. Are we gonna get matched quickly? Yep. I just need to stretch a little bit. Oh, okay. Mirage, like, the lower tier map pool is just really small now. I don't understand why. Maybe they like want to keep a lot of the good stuff for later. But I don't see why we... oh, sorry. Excuse me. But I don't see why we couldn't have more maps in lower tiers. Because you might get bored after playing like 5 maps all the time. Murad the Soviet Turkish guy, yes. Oh dear. Oh god, well that's... Back off, back off. Ooh. And aim in. And miss. Sure, because that happens. You know, that happens sometimes. You get that on the big jobs, as another guy would say. Another very popular Blitz YouTuber. Yeah, I'm just talking about the Bushka now, aren't I? Okay, so 5.2 seconds reload for this kind of... That alpha isn't bad, I guess. Yeah, let's keep going. Nyeh. Don't. Nyeh. Nyeh. Come on. Come on, we can get him. We can get him. Come on. Or not. that was just a disappointing shot. Okay, so we got anything? Nope, nothing. The game runs surprisingly smooth right now. I'm not sure about the dropped frames. I'm gonna take a quick look after we're done with this match in OBS. Okay. Owie. Come on. We can do this. Let's keep going. Ah, the M7 can get him. It's fine. Okay. Pew. And there's just 3 enemy tanks left. Select, Gaspan. Jeez. Okay, so this A20 isn't even looking. Okay. Ow. That guy's down. And now it's just Lago. I was considering to do the European line instead of American heavies, but the Stridsvan in tier 5 really only has decent mobility, a decent gun, and 15 degrees of gun depression to go with it. While the T1 heavy is just an ideal free-to-play choice, I would say. So I'm just gonna load it into Garage and then gonna see just how much are we dropping in OBS. Ah, second class for this, that's strange, but sure. Stridsman or Chinu? I would say the Stridsman. We have dropped 0.8% frames. With Streamlabs, by this time we would have already dropped 10%, so that's amazing actually. I'm really impressed by how OBS is behaving right now. But yeah, I would definitely say the Stridsman. The Chinu, it has 10 degrees of gun depression, it also has a decent gun. But the firepower is, well, it's just about the same and it has less gun depression. And it's not that mobile. I mean, neither of them are very mobile, let's say. That's just kind of how I would say it. Tier 5 mediums aren't really impressive whatsoever. Which is, you know, kind of sad. So let's get this better turret. So I'm not sure if that looks any better. it looks so hilarious. No, I'm pretty sure the Chinu has 10. Let me take a quick look. Japan and the Chinu. With the top gun, it's 10 degrees of gun depression. With the stock gun, it's 15. But you're only gonna have a 90 alpha. Which is, you know, that's not ideal. So yeah, it technically has 15 degrees, but with a proper loadout, it doesn't. Okay, so let's get into another match. I'm pretty sure the top gun on the A20 here is just a 76mm. I don't really like low tier 75s and 76s. They're kind of lackluster. They all have pretty bad accuracy, and they all also have a pretty long reload. They're not what I would say would be my first choice for a gun. If I would want a nice gun at lower tier, I would take the 6-pounder. The 6-pounder from the British tanks like the Churchill and the Crusader and the Covenanter. I'm not sure what gun the Covenanter is running now. I don't think I actually played with it until like, oh dear. Yeah, I should have loaded premium. But yeah. Free to play Woes, I suppose. A Matilda is gonna be always problematic. That still has kind of okay armor. Kind of. It has the 40mm pom-pom. I mean, that's not bad damage output wise. Oh Jesus, that was a lucky bounce. It's not bad damage output wise, but like you could be running better guns at the same tier. It's just that there aren't many of them, and most of them are on tank destroyers now. Excuse me, Hetza. Please. Okay, the Matilda's getting pummeled. That's a good thing. Once we get rid of the Matilda, we can get going with other tanks. Like, look! I've never seen so much red today. Oh, jeez. Ooh, I don't know why I have 20 HE shells. That's kind of pointless. Oh, the BTSV has been butchered for the alpha at like what, tier 3? The BT7 has like 70. That's kind of sad. Yeah, there we go. Ooh, so lower tiers so far, my impressions. Tier 1, you're gonna clear tier 1 within a single battle or two. Tier 2 is fine. It's not the worst. Tier 3 is where it starts to take a little bit longer. And tier 3, I think, is the last tier where you still have very cheap equipment. Tier 4 is where the prices spike all of a sudden. Where you pay almost 100k to get a single tank. And it's like a pretty considerable amount for a single piece of equipment. So that's why if you're not gonna be sticking around in tier 4 for a while, then I suggest just ditching equipment altogether. Oh, that's a pink spike. Huh. Okay, that's kind of lucky. Then again, Russian bias. Yeah, that's 4% packet loss. I believe that's on my end. I believe that's on my end for once. Okay. Okay, sure. See that Murat likes HE shells. I like HE shells, but unlike bigger guns, because they allow you to maximize your damage output. Let's say a tank like the KV-1S or the Thunder. Those tanks rely on getting some great shots in, and they absolutely depend on the HE. The KV-2 is a prime example. And if we go a few tiers higher, the E100 is an even better example. Oh wow! So we have the exactly same penetration. But you know, the 120 alpha, I'm afraid that's too good to give up. And you know, heat. So if you want to be running calibrated shells for no reason, like you're gonna get 105 millimeters of pen. That's not terrible, I suppose. And let's just quickly get some. There we go. There we go. There we go. Now the A20 will be much more bearable. Am I going full HE KV-1S? Nope. Nope. I actually really don't like the KV-1S. I've tried it a few times in my career, and I absolutely despise it. The Thunder is, well, yeah, the HE saves credits, but but I'm not really keen on people spamming HE, let's say, in a Tiger 1. But if I'm gonna be honest, the Thunder is kind of better than the KV-1S, and it kind of isn't. Another one of the reasons why it's taking so long for me to review the Thunder is that it's a strange vehicle. I cannot really exactly say if I love it or if I hate it, because while the gun does pack a punch, it has 10 degrees of gun depression as well, and it kind of hits what you're aiming at. The armor is not that good. It's workable, but it's not gonna save you. And then you also must not forget the fact that you have an almost 17-second reload, and that's just that's completely killing the tank in my opinion. The reload is way too long. Yeah, the KV-1S I would say is basically a 3.6. Not bad, not terrible. Ah, excuse me, sir. Thank you. I would probably get more damage done if I used the 57mm, or you know, 40mm, or what it used to be before Wargaming removed the Calibus in like tier 1 to 4. I don't know why they did that, but okay. I forgot the Panther 4D also has, you know, kind of armor now. The BTs don't. BTs absolutely don't. Wow, that's one hell of a lucky shot. But yeah, that's the only way how you're going to be maximizing damage output with tanks like this. I'm not even sure what happens to the BT-7 artillery. I sold it as soon as I, like, did something with it, as I, like, aced it and such. Excuse me, sir. Oh, dear. Oh, that's a juicy armor profile. Come on. And I aimed wrong. It doesn't really matter. There's one or two in low tiers. It's possible. I'm just not sure how well it would work out. Okay. Sure. I mean, we also have a mission to take care of with platoons, so yeah, that could work. That could probably work, yeah. Ah, first class again. Patrol duty scout. I'm gonna take that. That's perfectly fine by me. And our reloading kip. I love how that gold box is filling up, and I can't really get it. It's just so tempting. How many gold certificates. We have 12. And, okay, sure. Bam. This is, I feel so cheap. I feel so cheap. I'm gonna see if Nab loads quickly. And I'm gonna turn the light on in the room in the meantime. Give me a moment. Oh boy, it's such a beautiful dusk outside. Such a beautiful dusk that I can't really, you know, appreciate well enough. 490 horsepower, that's also pretty nice. I know the KV1 is absolute garbage, though it's pretty bad now. The T34, I'm pretty sure, is still pretty good. I wanna give the T34-85 on this account a chance, because it was one of my first mediums ever. Like the first proper ones, the most iconic ones. And I haven't played it in such a long time. I really kind of miss it. It's, you know, this brings the nostalgia back into me. So I am kind of happy for this. Oh yeah, just let me buy a badge. Let me buy a badge real quick. Yeah, sure. Sure, whatever. Okay, so. I mean, we're gonna be sticking with the A20 for a while. Might as well. Sure. Better dispersion, sure. KV1, the Murat's favorite tank. I suppose. I suppose so. Well, the T1 heavy is now basically the only tier 5 heavy that you should use if you're gonna be sticking with tier 5 for a while. Everything else is just bad. As a heavy, I mean. I'm gonna, like, from tomorrow. Oh yeah, that's weird that I didn't get a notification. Voice chat, jeez, give me a moment. Is Nab's in the TXC voice? Give me a moment. Okay. Okay, this should be working. If not, then I have maybe set up my audio. Yep, I set my audio output.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, I definitely set it wrong. It's still set to. Give me a moment. There we go. There we go. This should be working now. Yeah, now it's working fine. Ah, jeez. So. Well, right now my only choices are basically tier 4 and 5. So I'm just gonna grab the Wolverine. Because, you know, I'm gonna... Chinu Kai, how much did that cost you? Oh, jeez. Yeah. You can make plenty of credits with the Shinobi. That is like a free-to-play player's wet dream, having something like this. Yeah. Or if they didn't sell it in crates. Yeah, they did. That was such a stupid offer. Oh boy. So, yeah. I was considering the Shinobi crates for a while. Then it kind of hit me, like, why would I buy crates in the first place? Yeah, why would I tried those tier 6 crates on, like, the remainder gold that I had on this account, and that was just a terrible shot. Jesus. I got nothing on this one. Also the fact that I just can't pen anything with 128 pen is kind of embarrassing, and I'm dead. My average on the Wolverine is like 1200, by the way. It's a good tank. Granted, it has some weird threat traverse, but then again, that's most American TDs. Oh, jeez. Like, what are you supposed to do against that? Crade's good, office for gold or money bad. Oh, jeez. Well, if I had like a god tier like Libor, I would absolutely be getting crates every single time. Which of course I am not getting. Yeah. It's stupid to have fun with tanks that you get from a crate for $4.99. I think the last time I actually got a tank from a crate was when they introduced the weekly crates. I got an SC100Y and that was the best I've got. It's not a bad premium, but it's like more for fun. Jeez. Oh no. So I did absolutely nothing this match. $57,000. Jesus. That's kind of more than I expected. Yeah. Ah, the bathtub. Yeah. Gun. The 90 mil on it, I don't know. I am kind of indifferent about that one. Yeah. Ah, okay. First time I'm seeing tier 6 on this account actually. Oh boy. So am I loading in? Seems so. Yep. Yeah, because like the T25AT line and like the E3 line tomorrow is getting those consumables. That's not really good for a free-to-play account though, because you know, credit management. They're super expensive. But I am gonna consider making a. Why are they barking? Did someone arrive? I'm not sure. I think maybe someone just arrived, but you know. Yeah. I thought he was hungry for a moment, and I realized I fed him already. Oh dear. I am running away. Yeah, Libero, you are super lucky. You got a 30B for like €3. Jesus. He was like, yeah, I'm not expecting anything, and he bought it like at midnight or something. And when he got it, he almost just started screaming out loud. I'd be screaming out loud too if I just got a tier 10 for like €3. Oof. I bounced on a T34 hatch, okay. That's it, man, that's it. Yeah, I'm having some really weird mouse input, it's lagging a lot. Yeah, probably. Yeah, the tanks after that are just bad till like tier 9. The tier 8 isn't even like bad, it just has a way too long reload. Yeah. It just has a really it has like a really apparent weak points. Something running in the background? Oh dear, I have Chrome in the background. That explains it. I'm gonna quickly check Discord. Yeah. And Libor also burnt all of his luck on all of his luck on the 30B, because then he tried a Badger container, got nothing, and then a T22 container, and he got nothing. I wish I got a T22. I'd feel super dirty. I'd use the hell out of it. Anybody would. Yeah. Because the 62A has gun depression. Which is weird to say because it's a really low profile tank. Yeah. First time in a long time that I'm seeing a coupe. Without Pramo, no. I'm not sure you can even pin him even with Pramo. Oh, Jesus Christ, he tried getting the T22 from 20 crates. Oh, God. Oh. No. The Badger 10 crates, did he get it? No. Finally, I'm seeing an actual map today. Hellas. It's better than seeing Mirage, the Copperfield, and just Black Goldville all the time. They get so boring. Huh. You can't pin a Cromwell? Oh. Oh, for a moment I really thought you couldn't pin him. Yes, very. Oh, a Panzer III 4, that's rare. I think the VK is coming here. Oh God. I forgot to check the comments. Yeah, the crop is good. It has like decent armor and a decent gun, but it's not an outstanding. Oh God, that was so impressive lag. but yeah, it could be a tiny bit better. The gun is just, you know, standard at this tier. Yeah. I can't expect miracles when we've got, you know, actually good tanks a tier higher. Yes, 84 battles. Oh boy. Okay, well. Yes, well. Oh dear. Well, my turret's screwed and I'm on a repair, so I'm dead. Yep, absolutely dead. The T22 isn't that great, but, you know, it's like, the armor is so annoying, especially when someone who... Yeah, it's just a Russia. It has an awful tendency to, you know, bounce things it has no right to. There's no way you can win this. Just absolutely no way in hell. No. Just no. Oh, jeez. Yeah, that's just how the RNG cookie crumbles. Huh, okay. On this, Wolverine T1 Heavy 820 and the Tier 2 Stuart. I don't know. I could be. After all, I've still... Sure, I suppose. Oh dear, you're not running an exactly good tank with it though. You have a permanently enriched KV1. What? I mean, I'd permanently enrich a tank too. And oh dear, that was my power connector. I hope that didn't do anything. But oh, finally tier 5. Ooh. Ooh, yeah, I think that power connector swapped my graphics card out, but for a brief moment. Yep. Yeah, the KV1 in game now has less armor than in real life. That's a sad fate. Yeah. Definitely does. So, no. Okay, well. I wish I also bought the Sherman, but I don't have. Yeah, I don't have the credits for it right now. Huh. Okay. Yeah, everything about it is just bad now. Granted, you have like 300 alpha on your HE, but how often are you gonna fire that? Well, that's a stug. Oh god. Got myself stuck on a rock. Yeah. Oh god. Oh wow, that stug is annoying. I already ran out of most of my health. That's strange. Seeing the 28 pen. Yeah, 900 horsepower engine. Oh yeah, totally. It's low tiers. There's no. No, Libor, I can't buy you the roaring for the 50M. Probably because I don't have the money for it either. That looks interesting. I'm just surprised that nobody uses it. Probably because the 50M is, you know, not really used. Yeah, I've grown out of it. After a while, you're just gonna get more and more mediums. And I just screwed myself over and I'm dead. Oh, well, I've just bounced the T34. That's very balanced. That's super balanced. Okay, fire, sure. Yeah. E50M is the best tier 10 medium. I mean, there are plenty of contenders. There are plenty of contenders for that title. But I'm not sure the 50M is the best one. It's a good one, definitely. But I would say the best ones right now are probably still the 62A and the T22. Oh wow, free purple crew XP boost as well. I so need them, especially when tier 5 starts off at 100% crew. I need that so much. I can get tier 4, sure. Tier 8. Oh, I mean, yeah, the 62A is good, Libor. It has like it has a ridiculous gun, like 7 degrees of gun depression and a good turret. The hull armor, I don't like the hull on it, but I mean, you can always hide that. the T22 is basically a stat pad as Wet a Dream. Because it's just so easy grinding win rate with it. Oh god. I've been streaming for like an hour and 10 minutes. I'm gonna do like 20 more minutes and I'm gonna call it for the evening and well for the month basically. because I just wanted to get this past me so I could like focus my mind on revising for geography. I looked through my Abitur like questions and stuff that I could get for geography, and some of them are just so stupid. Like, oh god. I mean, you would think that that with the fact that nobody, not a single student in this country, really had a proper opportunity to practice or get any practice from their teachers for those first exams that we've got. You would think that the government body responsible for those exams would make them a bit more easier. Like, well, yeah, because this year we've had some of the lowest success rates ever. The fail rate for Czech was around 16%, and for maths it was 17. I could have taken the maths, and I wouldn't have needed to worry about taking stuff like geography, but why would I want to take exams from a maths? They're horrible here. Besides, I had a terrible teacher. Yeah. Well, I don't know where I hit, but okay. Yeah, sure. Well, you told me early. Oh, how do you... Never mind. Oh wow. Oh, that's kind of sad. Yeah, no, no, no! Fire! God damn it! Oh, that happens only to me now, doesn't it? Yes. Oh wow. Sherman's. Well, I have no idea. Oh dear, this SU is gonna get absolutely whooped. Oh dear. I miss the Beacons and lower tiers. I miss them so much. I miss the T82. I have the T18 on another account. Yeah, now it just has that. I'm not sure if it's the 2-pounder or the 6-pounder. No, and that wasn't even like a bad gun. That's a decent gun pen-wise. Yeah. Oh, jeez. Swear the good old days of, lower tiers being fun. Now you're gonna get to like tier 6 to have enjoyable tanks. Because like tier 6 has the weak K28, tier 7 has the SP1C. I mean, both. Yeah. Oh dear. Ooh, okay. Reichte. That's some good English, man. Yeah, that's such an excellent tank. Oh dear, I've gotten some lag again. There we go. Look how they massacred my boy. Well, I just got an email from the school librarian for like no reason, I guess. I would have to read it. I would have to read it in its entirety, but it's well, it is in Czech. So only. Oh god, you have the dress blues on the Matilda. I'm not sure if I should be jealous or if I should be sad because you know the Matilda. Look how they massacred my boy. Yeah, used to be better. I'm just gonna tuck myself in here for a moment. I'm gonna pretend that I don't exist. Hello. $90. Wow. Something tells me the SU-85 is gonna do something really stupid. I wonder what it is. I just bounced off the front of a leopard. Oh. Oh wow. Whoa. Whoa. I just bounced an Electo. Yeah, that's like it's SU. Come on. You donkey. I donkey. Come on over here. You know what? Heat. Or just AP. Oh jeez, I completely missed out on some. Oh jeez. So let me read this mail real quick. Oh wow, nothing happened to this match. Nobody got a good damage. Oh wait, I think... Is this our school in like one of the more known magazines in this country? Because we have like a magazine called Tiden. That's a decently known magazine in the Czech Republic, at least for some circles of society. Do we live in a society, by the way? Yep, that's in Tiden. Huh. Huh. Oh wow, this leopard is well an interesting fella. Okay. Oh wow, that was a snapshot out of nowhere. Oh okay, my driver's dead. I've just used my you know, repair kit, my med kit, whatever. So right now I have no health, and I am planning to... Oh, lag. Oh, great. Bueno. So I'm just gonna read the article in the meantime. Oh. Yes, very, very interesting. It was an interesting mail to read. I suppose we're gonna have like one more match after this. I'm gonna turn it off for the night. Hardly 3 seconds. I'm just gonna make the thumbnail for the stream in the meantime. I'm just gonna slap some text on top of it. I don't have really any screenshots to work around with right now. Yep. I need to duplicate the thing. Remove the watermark. There we go. And add text. And we're gonna adjust it like this. And sure, we're gonna be using this as a thumbnail. We won. Outstanding. Oh yeah. I'm good. I got the engine, so just one more match, and that's gonna be it. Okay. What's the worst that could happen? Yeah, tier 5. That's the worst that could happen. I have to fight a BDR. Oh boy, I am already looking forward to it. I can't pen a BDR even with like my premium, and I'm running calibrated shells because you know heat. Oh, another piece of lag. There we go. I was gonna say another bit of lag, but my brain turned off. Oh, Jesus. Oh god. Well, someone's there too. So right now we're just between a rock and a hard place. I'm gonna try to get down. There we go. That person is really only has eyes for me right now, isn't it? Libor coming in with the memes from the Czech community where a streamer is saying that APCR is better than heat. Okay. APCR loses pen over distance, and it scales far worse with calibrated shells, whereas heat doesn't lose that, and it scales better. I don't get what that guy is smoking, but I want some of that too. I'll have what he's having. He wants to break free. Oh god. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. No, I'm dead. I'm so dead. Yeah, I'm so boned. No, it was in like some cheap offer. People just went with it. But he can't go through tracks. Oh boy, that's one hell of a way to end the stream on. I'm just gonna dismiss the platoon and we're gonna take a quick look on how the stats are for today. Not bad. They're gonna definitely drop. They're gonna drop so hard. What's our supply level right now? It's nothing great, but our personal access is on level 2. Alright. You think? Uh-huh. Alright. So, I suppose that is gonna be it from me then. Yep. See ya, man. Yeah. See ya. I'm signing off. See ya, man. Okay. And that is gonna be it from me. So, see ya, guys. Have a good night.